If you're a Bambu Lab A1 owner, you should unplug your 3D printer and stop using it immediately. Bambu Lab has issued a full recall of this model and warns that continued use could be putting you or your household at risk. So what's caused this printer to go from the most hyped to now unusable? This video will dive into the details covering all that you need to know and explain what options you have available if you're affected by this issue. Hey, this is Rohan here. If you've watched my previous videos, then you know I've spoken highly about the feature-packed A1. It's a fast-speed, regular-sized 3D printer with loads of automatic features, great print quality, and even the ability to upgrade to multicolor printing. My experience with the printer had been nothing but positive, but then on January 28th, Bambu Lab posted a blog article titled A1 Heatbed Cable Callback, informing owners about a potentially hazardous issue with the hardware. I cover this article in greater detail in my video titled Must-Have Accessories for the A1, and you can check it out if you'd like, but here's the summary. Bambu Lab had conducted an investigation on the heatbed cable based on a number of negative reports from users. They found that the base of the cable was susceptible to damage without use of a protector to eliminate stress. So as a solution for that situation, they provided a file that could be 3D printed and installed. So that would have resolved the issue for owners who had cables that were in good condition, but for owners whose cables were already damaged, they'd have to cease operation of the machine and fill out a support ticket to either receive a replacement cable or a new A1 unit. So that was back on January 28th. And although it was an inconvenience, a lot of A1 owners might have been unaffected and able to continue operating the machines by using the quick fix solution. So fast forward to February 4th, and Bambu Lab has since put out a follow-up article titled A1 Recall Update. All A1 owners should have also received an action required email from Bambu Lab sales detailing the same information in the article by now. By the way, links to both of these articles can be found in the video's description below. This update now escalates the previous heatbed cable callback to a full recall of the A1. They state that there are new findings affecting a small percentage of the A1 sold, and that these have electrical malfunctioning problems caused by the cable damage mentioned earlier. Bambu Lab states that the number of faulty printers is very small, but that they cannot with 100% confidence determine what's causing the issue. So as a safety precaution, they urge everyone to stop using the A1 until further information is available. So this means that everyone, regardless of whether or not their heatbed cable is in healthy condition, should stop using the A1 immediately. So where do you go from here if you're an A1 owner? Well, this is definitely a setback and an inconvenience, and I'm personally not happy about the situation, but Bambu Lab has set out a couple of options for us. Option 1 is the return for refund option, and it allows customers to return their A1 and receive a 100% refund on the money that they spent. In addition, Bambu Lab will also provide an $80 discount voucher to make up for some of the inconvenience. The refund can take up to 15 business days to process, so about 3 weeks, and they mentioned that you'd need to repackage the printer and ship it back like with any other refund. So it's good that they're offering the discount voucher, but we have to keep in mind shipping costs, so it's essentially going to be cancelled out. It would have been nice if Bambu Lab would cover the cost of shipping and provide repackaging for the A1 since the fault is with the hardware. Since I'd gotten rid of my packaging after assembly, repackaging isn't an option for me, so this causes another issue that others might have to deal with as well. Maybe there's a solution or workaround though, if I were to reach out to Bambu Lab, I'm just not sure. The other thing to note with this option is that the discount voucher can only be used on 3D printers and not accessories. So Bambu Lab is encouraging customers to purchase another 3D printer from their brand should they decide to return the A1. The article also mentions that a new batch of A1s will be available around May with a revised cable. Option 2 is to wait for heatbed availability and replace it. So if you still like the A1 and you don't want to go through the trouble of returning it, you can choose to wait for a replacement heatbed and install it once received. Bambu Lab states that they expect to ship to their warehouses by the end of March, so that's a couple of months before the new batch of A1s will be available. With this option, they'll provide a $120 discount voucher to make up for any inconvenience, and the voucher is valid for any product in their online store. They've also provided detailed tutorials on the heatbed unit installation in the form of a wiki article and YouTube video. This can assist with the replacement. Lastly, they mention that the warranty coverage will extend by 6 months due to these inconveniences, and they provide a registration link so that A1 owners can declare their choice of option. To complete the registration, you'll need to provide the SN number located on the back of the A1, or you can also find it using the control screen. You'll need your order number, and you'll need your personal information that you would use to order. They'll use this information to allocate enough resources to resolve this issue. So there you have it, a total recall of the A1 affecting all customers who own this 3D printer. This issue has caused a big inconvenience for customers and for the company, but I think that Bambu Lab deserves a bit of credit for taking quick initiative to resolve this issue, and that they've provided reasonable solutions. The temperature of responses that I've seen from the community seems to echo my thoughts as well, because they're mostly praising the company's support and customer service. This is in contrast to other 3D printer brands who haven't been so preemptive in the past. So it seems that Bambu Lab still has the support of customers, and this is due to years of service at the standards. So what have I decided to do? Well, if you're wondering, I decided to hold on to my A1 and wait for the replacement parts to come in May. I really like the quality and features of the A1, so whilst a big inconvenience, I'm hoping that I could get back to using it in a couple of months and that the experience shifts back to being positive. In the meantime, I would like to continue 3D printing, so I'm considering buying a budget model, and I'm mainly deciding between the Bambu Lab A1 Mini and the Anycubic Cobra 2 Pro. So while I'm not a fan of the smaller build volume of the A1 Mini, the hardware is interchangeable with the A1, so I'd be able to share the AMS Lite and nozzles between both printers, so that's being taken into consideration. Also, the portability of the smaller printer can be a bonus for me. I'm a designer by trade, mainly graphics, but there are some use cases for 3D printing within my industry, and the A1 Mini can be an ideal printer to transport to and from the office. The Cobra 2 Pro, though, is considered by many as the best budget regular size 3D printer, and it produces great quality prints as well. The A1 Mini only has a build volume of 180mm cubed, and it sells for $299, while the Cobra 2 Pro has a build volume of 220 by 220 by 250mm, and it sells right now for $289, which is $10 less. So I'm not beholden to Bambu Lab or anything, and I think it would be cool to cover other 3D printer brands on my channel, so I am leaning more towards the Cobra 2 Pro as of right now, but I'd like to get your opinions as well. Maybe I'll put out a survey and see what the responses are, and it might help me to decide. So that covers the A1 recall update and my thoughts on the matter. I'd like to hear what you guys as A1 owners plan to do as well though, so drop a comment below. I'd also like to take a quick moment to thank people who have supported this channel, as I've recently reached the 100 subscriber mark. It's a small milestone, I know, but for me who thought about starting a YouTube channel for years but found it to be intimidating, the engagement and encouragement from you guys has been awesome, and it only inspires me to keep going, keep delivering good content, and continue to get better, so more to come. If you enjoyed this content, please check out my other videos, and don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button, and turn on the notification bell so that you can be informed when new videos are released. Links can be found in the video description below for any of the articles or products featured. Any affiliate links used helps to support this channel at no extra cost to you, of course. Thanks for watching, and until next time, see you then.